Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, collective. Welcome to Ignite Your Soul, Merging Two Worlds. Um, so, this is a channel message. Source asked me to come and share. Um, if you don't know, um, I am a super empath. So, I tend to pick up energies before um, the collective energies start to shift, is what I want to say. So, just bear with me. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. This is for both masculine and feminine energy. Your most dominant right now energy that you're working from. Um, so, what I'm feeling and hearing from spirit is to show up right now and tell you what I'm experiencing, because you're either experiencing it too or you are about to. Okay, so a lot is changing, not only in the world, but through us. And the through us is the awakening, it is the spiritual warfare in the self, let's just say. Um, the inner child conflict with your current reality or your current situation. Um, so, what I've been feeling like is a lot of you are beginning to align, okay? And this might be uncomfortable because you don't know what you're feeling. You don't know what to do with what you're feeling, okay? So there's feelings of excitement, there's overwhelm, there's, and what change does is through us, when that starts to shift, it's like part of you wants to stay where you are, and the other part of you wants to move forward. So if you are someone trying to make a decision right now and you're unclear, unsure of the future, and this is a timeline, okay? Because we're always shifting, okay? It's an energetic shift first. Um, if you're unsure about the future, I want you to be more present right now. I want you to feel what's coming to the surface. And this is going to bring up emotions that, for men and women, cry. I want you to cry. I want you to feel what you're feeling, because that's what happened to me today. It's like I had this emotional breakdown, and I'm like, okay, everything was just fine. You know, I'm going on in life and and some of you are, this is an alignment, okay? So you may have experienced some kind of loss, um, which is definitely happening through you because of this awakening. Hold on one second. Too many messages. But what I'm also feeling is this is happening through you and for you. You're awakening to wanting more, and you're allowed to ask source for more. Some of you had this belief that if you asked for more, that was greedy, or um, it's connected to a belief, an old system that is crumbling. It's safe to let go of. You will be supported. You need to trust what you're feeling. Um, and part of you that wants to stay where you are is this is part of the ego death, okay? That um, it's a transformation from where you were or where you are right now, um, to make a decision to either leave a person a place, a thing behind. This is something that's coming to the surface. Um, it's resistance. You're resisting letting go because you're unsure, you're unclear of what you're feeling. You're asking, okay, if I let go of this thing, will I be able to move forward safely and replace it? It will be replaced with more. Okay. So if it's money, if it's love, if it's, you know, and for some of you, I feel for women, this is coming up for the feminine collective, is that you're afraid of letting go and allowing your children or your child to expand. And it's an unconscious fear. It's like you chose to come here to experience becoming a parent. You did that. You did an amazing job. You did all you could from the current perspective or perception that you had as parenting. And this is where some of you are shifting. And there's a fear there that you were meant to take on everything, okay, for your kid. Okay, but the truth is, in spiritual truth, this conflict with you being able to choose to, it's not like a permanent separation, but we need to separate because they're pathfinders, and source is asking you, like, trust me, know that I'm God and I am their light as I am your light, right? So this is what's coming up, and there's a little conflict. I don't know what it is. What is that? Oh, hold on one second. Some time to block this message right now. They ain't liking what I'm saying. And these are the lower energies and entities that don't want you to know that if you let go, that it's not like a permanent separation, of course, because on a soul level, and you as a parent and them as the child, we're growing and expanding together. We're either becoming more, like they're making, my kids in general make me become a more emotionally available parent than what I was in the beginning, because no matter what life throws at us, and when I say life throws at us, it's through us, it's because we're always shifting. So when we ask for something or we pray for something, we either curse it or we either bless it. So right now, Source is saying that some of you, your inner dialogue with yourself, and this comes from the internal sovereign self, okay, is saying you can trust this change because they're pathfinders and they're going to find their way. And it might not look like it. And not to put fear out there more than there already is, but the logic in some truths, everything still works out as it's meant to. Whether they come with you in this shift or they do not. Okay. So some of you may have lost children through the struggle of life in one way or another. And I am sorry for that. I am authentically sorry for that loss. Or it could be a parent. It's not always just the child, but this is part of the change, the transformation, your awakening. To not lose yourself. Okay. To trust and know that God is their light as well as your light. So a lot of things are coming to the surface. There's emotional trauma that you're experiencing or have experienced. It's okay for you to start the healing. It's okay for you to stay open and trusting the process, no matter what it looks like outside of you, is what I want to say. Given, like, if you can remember when you were growing up, right? And you were the child and your parents, right? Let's look back, just a little sneak peek, where you were, and look at where you are with your children. And there's no blame, there's no shame, release any guilt of failure, like you could have did a better job. There's no perfect parent, is what I want to say. Through the shift, through the change, is evolution, is what is happening. It's catching up. Not feeling behind, but catching up to the now for yourself. And what's coming through is you're not just a parent. And why Source don't want you to lose yourself is because when you lose yourself, because there's dreams, there's desires in you, and you're feeling stuck or alone or misunderstood, is because you're only seeing the physical perspective. And the spirit wants you to have more, wants you to follow your happiest and joyful and highest excitement. And if we're constantly, our focus is on the kids and this worry, right? We're worried where they're at or where they're going to end up. We bring more worry. We curse that path of theirs. And I had to learn to be more self-focused internally because I was projecting things onto my children and cursing. And we all have our moments, okay? But we're really not supposed to keep doing that. Through the change, the expansion of evolution, we're catching up with the time. And that's really all it is. It's like, what am I worried about? You personally, as the parent, have more inside you to give yourself. And when you give that to yourself, you don't feel alone or lost. Okay? So a lot of you are grieving right now some kind of separation from a child, whether it been, physically passing from the physical world back to spirit, to their wholeness, is what I want to say. So even death, once you get past the feeling of separation or you lost something or someone, you can reconnect. Okay. There's a reconnection that happens. And I don't just say that because I'm a medium, right? Or a psychic medium, whatever. I say that because it's just a knowing and a feeling. And the knowing is we are either unconsciously living or we are consciously and deliberately choosing to live life differently and to allow the expansion of our children. And it can be scary. I'm currently working on a book, and it is all my truth and my authentic experiences. And what I have to say for you is to give you hope and faith in knowing that no matter what, you will be okay. Okay. There's something that you are wanting. That's why you manifested this video, this channel message. And it's becoming louder and louder to you that where you are resisting and putting conditions on your own dreams and desires because you're a parent. And you have to only focus on being a parent. You are more than just a parent, the daughter, the sister, the aunt, the niece, whatever. Who are you? Who are you here to become? There's more than just that, what you've already experienced. And you're going to find it by being silent and still and listening to your own inspired thoughts that keep coming up to the surface. So if you're not happy and you're not excited where you're working in your love life with your children, there's something asking you to slow down and seek that within yourself. What would bring you more joy? How can you release this fear and step into who Source wants you to become through Source, like your Source energy? It's so powerful. Like, take a moment, take a deep breath, and release. I can feel the heartache, the anxiety, your nervous system. And this ain't good or bad. It is happening through you and for you. It's time to relax. It's time to do that thing, create that thing, work on that project, go speak to the other person, call someone that you haven't talked to and you have a connection with. It's just been long expanded because of life. Get out there. That's what I'm hearing. Get out there. Go reconnect to who you are. Stop worrying about the kids because you forgot about you. You forgot that you mattered. You forgot that you deserved love and happiness and joy. And that you're not here to live and die. You're here to thrive and be excited in all areas of life. You tell I was crying. That's what it looks like. It's like I have this emotional breakdown right now, and I came to share this message because I can relate. There's a lot going on with our kids. And if you know, you know. We can't force parenting anymore. It's about connection. It's about allowing them to choose who they want to be or become, choose their own identity. There's still, there's still parts of you. No one can take that. So it's about letting go of the fear that separation it's an illusion. It's okay to cut the cord, so to speak. And it ain't a permanent cut, of course. Well, for some of you, it might be. Depends on how you react or you respond. Because these kids today are reflecting back to you that very thing that you fear to lose. And that fear creates more of loss or regret or guilt. So enjoy everyone and every moment that there is still a connection. And for some of you, I understand the heartache and the betrayal from like past relationships. They were bringing you home to yourself too. They were there to empower you. So you did not walk away from you. You may have left them behind. You might need to leave them behind. And it's okay to put yourself first. Get really self-focused. Because when you do this for you, Source says, well, okay then. Now that's what I'm talking about. You are a way shower, a star seed. There's many universes and galaxies where you already exist. And there are so many opportunities and possibilities of you when you shift just your perspective or your perception. Something shifts and there's no more negative mindset. It's a practice. It is a daily ritual to be self-focused, to love yourself, to hold your inner child that was hurt or betrayed. But thank the whole process because God is in the whole story. There's no accident, happenstance, or coincidences. I've learned that personally. And I love to let go and be guided by God because that becomes the highest excitement. Like, it's like, oh my God, what am I even worried about? It was so, it's irrational fear. It's afraid of being abandoned because you've been abandoned by someone or hurt or walked on by someone. Or you chose self-harm to avoid You became an avoidant to feel this pain. So it's coming, it's coming. And I assure you, it is a wonderful experience. For a lot of men, they were taught not to cry, to hold everything in. And that's a horrible thing because Source don't want that. He wants men to cry. He wants them to take a time out and a step back from working so hard. Because even then, that's putting you first. That's loving a part of you that felt unloved or unworthy or abandoned. So take that time, take that present moment right now, and trust that when you change your perspective and start living from the soul's perspective as well, it's not spiritual bypassing. I've done that. Didn't turn out well. But along the way, the spiritual bypassing leaves a painful experience that you can only learn to forgive yourself because you didn't know. You couldn't see the final outcome. So just breathe and trust that everything is perfect. And when I mean perfect, I mean imperfect, to expand, to evolve through you. And this is for your reality. It's not to control the world or how that ends up. We have no power over that. Okay. We bless that too. We send that love. We send that light. We appreciate the different values that others bring by life's experience, right? And how it changed for them. And that's what I do. I do, and I did, and connection is redirecting you in one way or another. So allow yourself to feel what that feels like. Is it serving you mentally? Is it serving you emotionally? And spiritually? Because this is what's been missing. We have not been living by our soul senses. So expect more. Expect the good that you put out to come back. Choose love over fear. It's not a faith, an internal knowing is faith that Source got you, that you are an extension of the Source. So every decision that you make, you're responsible, you're accountable, and you don't need to know every little detail. Trust it. Trust yourself. Be true to your path. Because people are people. They're going to be who they are. Not everybody's going to choose the middle path. Not everybody's going to choose to evolve with you. Respect it. Love them anyway. Hold compassion. for them to get there. And know God is in the whole story. You're not alone. There's some things you're going to have to surrender. And that's doubting yourself in making the highest and best decision when it comes to everyone involved. Whatever your situation looks like, it's still powerful, right? The different opinions, some relationships that end because incompatibility, but appreciate what you learn from it. Look at that and allow that to power yourself forward. Yeah. So the message is clear. The personal door to happiness and joy and your highest excitement. That's what you chase. That's who you're becoming. It's for some of you. But go ahead, feel it. Don't overthink it. Some of you are coming from the scarcity and lack mindset. And what I come to learn is that was a belief that was very deeply rooted in my bringing up. It was not only mental. It became real, like a feeling, and then energetically speaking, there was a cord that needed to be cut or released because this is an abundant and prosperous universe. There's no way you're not enough, or you have to be feeling unworthy. There's something that you have to give, to offer through life's challenges and experiences. And you don't need a certificate to share that, to help anyone else awaken. It's just share. Share what you know. Let go of doubting yourself, because you are amazing. You're an amazing parent. You've done what you could, and now it's Source's time to take over. So trust it. I dare you. I dare you to go ahead and trust it. Let go of the fear and say, try it for yourself. You don't have to believe me or trust me. It's really an amazing world that will open up for you. It will look, peaceful at first once you start, but just trust it. Let it play out naturally, because God is in the whole story. And I'm going to leave that message there. That's the channel message. Have a beautiful, blessed day. And continue to be yourself, trust yourself, know yourself, and believe you can do anything. Anything's possible. Put your mind to it. Bye for now. Love you all.